Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in to my latest video, which is going to be match week 30 of the 2020-21 Premier League season. Now let's have a quick look at how everyone did in match week 29. As there was only 4 games, I had a bit of a nightmare. I only got 2 points. No perfect scores, funnily enough. Top scorer in the comments was Adam the Great and Roberto Hollis with 5 points. So very, very well done to both of you. I think you both got the Spurs result absolutely spot on as well. But guys, the international break is finally over. Yes, the international break is finally over. It is going to be a very interesting last 8 games of the season for sure. And there are some teams that are actually playing twice in the match weeks 31 and 32 due to obviously the FA Cup as well. So the first game to preview and predict is Chelsea against West Brom. Remember to leave your comment predictions in the comment section down below. That'd be absolutely fantastic. So the first game to preview and predict is Chelsea against West Brom. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 4 wins to Chelsea and 1 draw. The last result was a 3-0 win to Chelsea. Chelsea have safely booked their place in the FA Cup semi-final. They will play Manchester City. They have to say they played very, very well against Sheffield United. It wasn't the best performance, but it's a good result for them, and it will only get better for them for sure. West Brom, this is 8 cup finals now for West Brom, you would have to say. It's going to be a very, very interesting last couple of games for them. They need to start better though. They definitely need to start better. This game finished 3-3 between the sides the last time these two met. So it's going to be very, very interesting, I think, for this one. But I can only see a Chelsea win here. I think Chelsea will win this one. I'm going to go for Chelsea 2, West Brom 0. I'm going to go for. And now we have a Yorkshire derby. It is Leeds United against Sheffield United. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 3 wins to Leeds, 1 win to Sheffield United and 1 draw. The last result was a 2-1 win to Leeds United. But this was way, way, way back in the season 92-93, so it's been a long time coming that we've seen a Yorkshire derby at Elland Road. But Leeds United, very good win against Fulham, 2-1 win against Fulham it was. Bamford and Rafinha with both goals. To be fair, Leeds United have actually played really, really well this season. Defensively, they haven't been the best, but what you can say is that they're getting better and better and better as well. But what I will say is they're going to have to improve next season if they want to stay in this league. Defensively, they're absolute shambles, but it's a very good win. They are sitting comfortably in 11th place. No hope of a relegation battle now, so they're all but safe. So they can plan ahead for next season. Sheffield United, well, they are rooted at the bottom of the table at this moment in time, so it's going to be a very interesting one. It's going to be a very interesting game, this one, but you just have to fancy Leeds in this one. I'm going to fancy Leeds. I'm going to say Leeds United 3, Sheffield United 0. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win to Leeds United. And now one of the big games of the weekend. It's my game of the weekend. It is one of the games of the weekend, I should say. It is Leicester City against Manchester City. Last 5 meets in the Premier League have resulted in 2 wins to Leicester and 3 wins to City. The last result was a 1-0 win to Manchester City. Leicester City have booked their place into the semi-finals, where they will play Southampton at Wembley after beating Manchester United by 3-1. I have to say I was very, very impressed with the way they played. Kelechi Iheanacho is just a completely new player, isn't he? He's been absolutely fantastic recently, and he's only going to get better for sure. That is said, but Leicester City are, sitting comfortably in 2nd place right now. 3rd place, but yeah, it's going to be a very interesting task because they are coming up against league leaders Manchester City, where the big news is Sergio Aguero will be leaving Manchester City this summer. Look, the guy's an absolute great. The guy's a Premier League great. Obviously, remember for that iconic 90+4 goal to win Manchester City their first Premier League title. So it was a very, very good goal, that one, and he'll always be remembered. But yeah, to spend a decade at Manchester City is absolutely fantastic. So very, very well done, Sergio Aguero. It should be a very interesting one. Pep Guardiola has come unstuck at the King Power Stadium, I would say, for sure. Quite a few times recently. So, I am going to go for a Leicester City surprise win here. Leicester City have beaten the likes of Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham at the King Power. Will they beat City? They did it. They did it at the Etihad earlier in the season. I'm going to say that they will do it at the King Power. Leicester City 2, Manchester City 1. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Leicester City. Might be a bit of a shock, but I do expect Leicester City to win this one for some reason. I just do as well. Arsenal against Liverpool, one of the big games of the Premier League season. Is for sure. 1 win to Arsenal, 1 draw, and 3 wins to Liverpool. The last result was a 2-1 win to Arsenal. I can't really start this game off without saying that I am deeply, deeply saddened to learn of the passing of friend, colleague of YouTube, colleague of many collabs that we've done over the last year or so. Claude Caligari, who passed away on Tuesday. Monday afternoon at the age of 58. Look, Claude was a fantastic guy, absolutely fantastic guy. We obviously knew about his struggles. I don't think this lockdown has helped matters either, but my thoughts are with his family, my thoughts are with Terry, my thoughts are with Diesel as well. Really, really sad when I heard that. So, hopefully Arsenal will do like a minute's applause. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it for sure. But yeah, rest in peace, Claude. It was a pleasure to know you, my friend. Pleasure to know you. So Arsenal, Liverpool. Arsenal. They had a 3-3 draw with West Ham United in the last game. I have to say it was a bit of a topsy-turvy game. You wouldn't have expected them to, have got a 3-3 draw, but it was a very good performance to get that comeback. This is a very tricky one to call because, like I said, Kieran Tierney has been very, very good this week. 3 assists for Scotland last night, so that very, very good from him. Playing left centre back as well, which is very, very good. So we have 2 of the best left backs in Scotland coming up against each other. Liverpool, last game they played was a 1-0 win over Wolves. A very, very good win in the end. Jota is continuing his good form. He is on absolute fire for both club and country, you have to say. So I think, look, this game, I am going to go for a high-scoring draw. I can't predict Liverpool to win at the Emirates. I think the last time Liverpool won at the Emirates, I think if I remember, was the 16-17 season. And that game was an absolute thriller as well. It was a 4-3 win. And I remember Sadio Mane scoring an absolute perler of a shot into the top corner past Petr Cech, and Mane jumping on Klopp's back to celebrate. So that's what I remember of that game. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw between Arsenal and Liverpool. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw between the sides. So we have Southampton against Burnley now to kick things off on Sunday. The last 5 results have resulted in 1 win to Southampton, 2 wins to Burnley, and 2 draws. The last result was a 2-1 win to Burnley. Southampton have really picked themselves up recently. Got into the FA Cup semi-final, was very, very good. A 3-0 win over Bournemouth. So they'll hopefully take that into the Premier League. I'd be very impressed with Southampton. And the thing is, like, Ralph Hasenhüttl has done a very good job at Southampton, you'd have to say. But it's going to be interesting to see if he can take the, Southampton, higher into the Premier League for sure. Burnley, very, very interesting. That they haven't had a game for a couple of weeks, so they'll be the more fresher of the 2 sides, I would think. But I'm going to go for a Southampton win. I'm going to go for a Che Adams winner against Burnley. I'm going to go for Che Adams to pick up where he left off, as he scored for Scotland against the Faroe Islands last night. So I'm going to go for Southampton 1, Burnley 0. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Southampton. And then we have Newcastle United against Tottenham. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 3 wins to Tottenham, 1 win to Newcastle, and 1 draw. The last result was a 3-1 win to Tottenham. Who is surprised that Steve Bruce is still in charge of Newcastle? Because I can tell you now, I am. I am absolutely surprised that he has actually decided to stay on. I thought he would have been gone after the Brighton game, because the Brighton game they were absolutely abysmal, Newcastle. Tottenham, they are coming off the back. Well, let's put it this way: they've lost 3-0 to Dinamo Zagreb. That was their last game, obviously, before the. Oh no, they beat Aston Villa. Of course, they beat Aston Villa. That was a good win for them as well. 2-0 win over Villa. Very good win. So you have to say this is going to be a very interesting game. Tottenham usually pick up wins at the St James's Park, and I don't expect this to be any different whatsoever. I'm going to go for Newcastle United 0, Tottenham 2. I'm going to go for Newcastle United 0, Tottenham 2. And then we have Aston Villa against Fulham. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 3 wins to Fulham, 1 win to Aston Villa and 1 draw. The last result was a 2-1 win to Fulham. Aston Villa, it's very difficult to say where they're going actually. Very, very disappointing defeat to Tottenham. But they are back at home, and they are playing a Fulham side who, let's be honest, it was a very poor defeat against Leeds United. Really unlucky to not take anything from it, but they do have to get better for sure. They definitely do have to get better. This would be one of the games where I would think that maybe Fulham might pick up a win against Villa, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Aston Villa. Ollie Watkins did score for England the other night there as well. I think against San Marino, I think it was. So hopefully he can pick up where he left off. I'm going to go for Aston Villa 2, Fulham 1. And now we have Manchester United against Brighton and Hove Albion. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 4 wins to Manchester United and 1 win to Brighton. The last result was a 3-1 win to Manchester United. Well, Manchester United are out of the FA Cup. Another trophy gone for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. When is the pressure going to start ramping up on the fact that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has not won a trophy yet as Manchester United manager? It'll be interesting to see, but I honestly do think that he will have to do something to steady the ship for sure. But to be fair, Manchester United, they are back at Old Trafford. Big games now for them is to finish second, I think, and maybe try and win the Europa League as well. But it should be interesting. Brighton, coming off the back of a 3-0 win over Newcastle, they are all but safe now, I think. 36 points. They look really, really safe, I think, now do Newcastle, do Brighton. I really do expect them to stay up this season as well. So we have Manchester United, Brighton. I'm going to go for a Manchester United win. We all remembered what happened the last time these two met. Bruno Fernandes penalty after the final whistle had blown, and VAR decided to give a penalty to Manchester United. I don't think it's going to be anything like that this time. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Manchester United. And then we move on to the 2 Monday games, and it is Everton against Crystal Palace. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 3 wins to Everton and 2 draws. The last result was a 3-1 win to Everton. Well, Everton, what can we say? Their home form is a bit worrying, you would have to say. Their home form is very, very worrying, but they are where they are. I think it's been a good season for Carlo Ancelotti. He will look to, win these last 8 games. If they can win those last 8 games, maybe they'll make top 4, maybe they won't. But it's going to be very, very interesting. But they are back at Goodison, and you have to say that Goodison is not a very good place for them right now. They don't play well at Goodison. And that is one thing you can say. They don't win. They don't play very well at Goodison. So I'm going to say that this is going to be a very interesting one. Crystal Palace, well, is it the last 8 games now for Roy Hodgson as Crystal Palace manager? It'll be interesting to see. Look, I think Crystal Palace, they'll be staying in the league. Yes, the brand of football's not the best to watch, but we've seen other managers that have really struggled in the Premier League era. Frank de Boer for one. That was only, I think, 85 days in charge of Crystal Palace. Roy Hodgson has managed to survive, I think, 3 seasons at Crystal Palace, and I think it's going to be very interesting. The fact is that Palace have won on a couple of occasions in Merseyside. I think because of Everton's poor home form, I'm going to pip a Palace win. Yes, I'm going to go for a Palace away win at Goodison Park. I'm going to go for Everton 0, Crystal Palace 1. I've just got a feeling that Crystal Palace will win at Goodison Park, and it could be an interesting game, that one. Wouldn't be too surprised if they did. So I'm going for Everton 0, Crystal Palace 1. And the final game of match week 30 is Wolves against West Ham. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 4 wins to Wolves and 1 win to West Ham. The last result was a 2-0 win to Wolves. Wolves, well, obviously get well soon. Rui Patricio, because that was obviously the last game that they played, was that Liverpool game. They lost 1-0. Rui Patricio, unfortunate injury. And you know, the one thing I did not like about that game though, the amount of times the Sky cameras were actually panning on Raul Jimenez. Just leave the guy alone. He's had a very bad skull injury. Now Rui Patricio's suffered a really bad another bad head injury. Why are you panning the camera on Raul Jimenez? I did not like that. So hopefully, if Wolves are at home this week, it is on TV. If they do play well against West Ham, don't pan it on bloody Raul Jimenez. Honestly, I would not do that. But Wolves, they've got a very good record against West Ham. West Ham 3-3 draw with Arsenal. Wow. I honestly do not know what happened. The 3-1 up and then 3-3. It was just crazy, absolutely crazy. But Lingard, he's got an eye for goal this season, as has Thomas Soucek as well. Craig Dawson has been scoring a couple recently as well, but at the wrong end as well. But West Ham have a poor record against Wolves. Yes, West Ham did beat Wolves 4-0 earlier in the season, but I'm going to go for a Wolves win. I think Wolves will be too strong for the Hammers and David Moyes. Say that again, Douglas. Wolves 2, West Ham 0. So that is it. That is match week 30 done and dusted. As I have said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Adam the Great and Roberto Hollis, you will get a shout out in the next video. So I will go for my predictions very, very quickly as well. So I'm going to go for Chelsea 2, West Brom 0, Leeds United 3, Sheffield United 0, Leicester City 2, Manchester City 1, Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2, Southampton 1, Burnley 0, Newcastle United 0, Tottenham 2, Aston Villa 2, Fulham 1, Manchester United 3, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Everton 0, Crystal Palace 1, and Wolves 2, West Ham 0. So that is it. That is match week 30 done and dusted. As I have said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below, and we will see what happens with these games. Obviously, big games. Leicester City, Manchester City, third against top. That's going to be interesting. Arsenal, Liverpool, always a standout fixture in the Premier League. That is for sure. But we will see what happens in these games. But until then, it's goodbye from me. If you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. And we will see what happens as well. And some good games ahead for you to watch. And happy Easter when it comes to everybody as well. Hope everyone has a fantastic Easter. Stay safe. Eat lots of chocolate. I know I'm going to as well. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now. Enjoy your Premier League weekend. Some big games. Last 8 games now. See you later. Bye-bye.